Hello, I'm David Cheston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock. With news, our currency has taken a tumble against all trading partners. But first, Canadian home prices rose moderately in April as Vancouver hit another record high. But the rate of appreciation continued to decelerate amid softening sales and higher interest rates. In Europe, markets are awaiting data on the first quarter growth in Germany. They think the results will be less than impressive. In China, reports are surfacing of an increase in defaults by corporates over their bond obligations. The numbers are not huge, up to 15 instances so far this year. That's a rise from 12 in the same period last year. But what is unusual is that some of these firms now involve local government-owned enterprises. In India, inflation is picking up, is now at 4.6%, up from 2.5% in April 2017. Markets are expecting more official rate rises, and that is giving some bond investors there some big losses. We should also note that the trade of soybeans from Argentina to Malaysia last week, one that was unremarkable in every respect, except it was one of the first non-test uses of the blockchain for a letter of credit transaction. It all happened within 24 hours compared with the normal 5 to 10 day period traditional letters of credit processing takes. The parties involved were HSBC, ING Bank from Holland, seller Cargill and the Malaysian buyer. The blockchain application used this Cargill transaction and is supported by 12 banks, which could help bring the technology to market more broadly. The annual global use of letters of credit is a $2 trillion market. And in more crypto news, CBA's chief financial officer has quit and is off to work for a Hong Kong blockchain firm after less than a year in the job. The US Treasury 10-year yield is now at 2.99%, up 2 basis points. The Chinese 10-year is at 3.71% unchanged, while the New Zealand equivalent is at 2.73. That's down 2 basis points. Gold this morning is at $1,314 an ounce in New York. That's down $4 today. Oil prices are up and are now just over $71 a barrel in the US, and the Brent benchmark is just over $78 a barrel. And OPEC is reporting that the high stocks of crude oil in developed countries have all but disappeared. They claim their production cutbacks have turned the demand-supply situation in their favour. And the Kiwi dollar is very much weaker against all trading partners this morning, is now at 69.2 US cents, a half-cent drop overnight. On the cross rates, we're down at 91.9 Aussie cents and 57.9 euro cents. That puts the TWI at just under 71.7 and its lowest level this year. The Kiwi dollar has depreciated 1.6% this month alone. The spread of Mycoplasma bovis may be behind the sharp drop. I'm David Cheston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.